Welcome to the Shifting with Marlee podcast. I'm Marlee. Thank you for joining me wherever you are. All that I ask of you, the listener, is to have an open mind and an open heart. And in return, I offer you myself. Today, I want to talk to you about the future. I shared how my perspective on the future has changed over the years back in episode 1, and I shared a story about what the future could look like in episode 8. Today, I want to continue the conversation and talk about finding hope in times of chaos and the importance of imagination. I'll start the conversation today by sharing my perspective as an environmental scientist. For those that don't know, by day, I am an environmental scientist. Throughout my education, I studied climate change extensively. I am very tethered to the reality and logic and science of climate change. And it terrifies me. It depresses me. I am in awe of the magnitude and complexity of this global problem. I grieve daily for the world and the death and destruction happening all the time as a result of climate change. I see the impacts of climate change happening around the world every day. And moment to moment, I get caught up in the doom and gloom of that. It often brings me to tears. But the other part of me, the deeply spiritual part, sees the higher perspective, sees the larger picture, sees from a bird's eye view. And through that perspective, I am overcome with joy and gratitude and possibility and optimism for the future. From this higher level perspective, I know deep in my soul that everything is working out for the highest good of all. I know deep in my soul that we are in the process of transitioning to a new earth. I know that another way of being is possible, that a new world is possible. I also see every day more and more people on an individual level prioritizing their own healing, seeking meaning and purpose. I see more and more people seeking community and connection. On a collective level, I see us rejecting the systems that no longer serve us. I see the chaos leading to change. I see us finally starting to reckon with the past, with oppression, with colonization, with inequality. I see more and more people seeking a new way of being. All of that is happening. We are transforming. With this juxtaposition, with these different parts of myself, it feels like I have one foot in the apocalypse and one foot in heaven on earth. But maybe that's part of my purpose in this lifetime. To see it all, to witness it all, to feel it all, and then share my perspective and my optimism and hope. Because I can honestly tell you that my default these days is hope and optimism, despite the day-to-day chaos that is our world right now. Things are going to work out better than we think. The new earth is available to us, and it's going to happen quicker than we realize in this moment. I am grounded in that truth and that knowing. I now default to that higher level perspective. And I guess my goal with this podcast episode today is to share a bit of my hope and optimism for the future with you, to help you see the bird's eye view, and to inspire you to start imagining and feeling into all the boundless possibilities for the future. Step above the day-to-day drama, just for a moment. Borrow my hope and optimism, and tap into your imagination. If we can imagine a new world, if we can dream of new ways of being, new systems, new possibilities, we can make it a reality. We are all powerful beings divine creators of our reality. Let's start solving problems using our imagination and creativity. If you're not sure where to start, if imagining a new world feels overwhelming to you, start by looking at the things in our society that break your heart. Begin there. Focus your attention and energy on imagining a new way of being with that thing that breaks your heart. And then expand out from there. There is no right or wrong here. Even if you start in your day-to-day life by imagining and daydreaming about the best possible outcome, about your ideal life, and then expand out from there. It's time we build up our imagination like a muscle. So I want to share with you today a few tips and tools and practices for tapping into your imagination and creativity. First and foremost, we need to incorporate more rest and stillness into our lives. We can't access our full creative potential if we are running around on the go constantly and stressed out all the time. Slow down, disengage, be with yourself in stillness and quiet. Schedule more time with yourself. Gift yourself space and rest. And I promise your creative juices will start flowing naturally. Also, I recommend you experiment with different forms of expression and find what resonates with you. That could be journaling, drawing or painting your vision of a new world, singing, anything that gets your ideas out of the body and into the world. I also invite you to turn your vision for the future into a story. And then share that story with friends and family and children. Stories plant seeds. Stories are powerful. Stories are our foundation. Another tool for accessing your imagination is starting a dream journal. Keep the journal by your bed and write down your dreams in it when you wake up. Our subconscious mind is extremely imaginative. Anything is possible in our dreams. Our dreams also plant seeds, and a dream journal will help you remember. And of course, a powerful tool for building up your imagination and creative muscle is meditation. Practicing meditation as often as you can in whatever way that resonates with you will help you tap into that source of inspiration inside of you. Also, working with your third eye is really powerful. Your third eye is a big source of your imagination. Some simple practices to connect with your third eye are in meditation, focusing your attention on the spot between your eyebrows and breathing into the space for a few minutes. I sometimes feel a pressure in this spot and I breathe into it and focus on it until the pressure loosens a little bit. Also, giving yourself a third eye massage is another simple practice. That physical action and pressure from the massage helps activate your third eye. Finally, and maybe most importantly for tapping into your imagination and creativity and daydreaming potential, is play. Having fun. Doing what brings you joy. Laughing and connecting with your inner child. Not only is this a healing practice, but your inner child is a wealth of imagination. I can't recommend incorporating more play into your life enough. It's one of my personal intentions for this year to play more. All of this really to say, imagining a new world is an active process. All of our ideas are needed. We are all pieces of the larger puzzle. We all have something important to contribute. Our ideas and dreams will weave perfectly together in divine alignment. And as the process unfolds, let go of attachment to specific outcomes. Plant the seeds with your imagination and energy and intention, and then let the universe work out the details. Trust you will be supported. Let go of control. As we heal, as we grow, as we learn, as we raise our own frequency and vibration, we tap more and more into our power to dream and imagine a new world into being. We tap more and more into our ability to feel the new earth and anchor it into the present moment. Let the chaos lead to transformation. It's my intention that every single episode of this podcast act as the stepping stone to the new earth. Thank you for being with me on this journey. And as my Anna Welty, the astrologer, says, 2022 will ask us how we can dream and build big, radical visions into reality and live beautifully, comfortably, simply, and well, in alignment with the generosity of the earth. So it is.